everybody. It's been a while. Welcome to Same Team, Different Jerseys. As you can see, there's only two of us, and we will get into that throughout that. So it's back to the original first episode, just Hannah and I.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, as you can see, Hannah is not in her computer room,
Nope.
and you can see Sonia is not here. And yeah, this will just be an update. We apologize for not being on. Like, this summer has been, we have a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, we'll get into it, but this is basically just to give you guys an update of everything. We might get into something, who knows? But do you want to go first, Hannah, or do you want to say hello? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go
Oh,
first? What do you want?
man, we can just wing it. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's been a hot minute for me, like probably longer than you, um, because I moved. So everybody should know previously, like my family and I, we were living in Texas. We are now officially moved to Arizona. Um, and all of Arizona is on fire currently. Like
Down by
everything is on
you.
fire. Yeah, done by me. Everything is on fire right now. Yeah, so we got moved, you know. I'm definitely not going to disclose what part of Arizona we're living in or what our new jobs are and everything, but um yeah, we got jobs. We're getting things going. We're living in a camper, so that's always
Yeah.
fun. It's been a very interesting fucking summer, man. Yeah.
The closest
So,
we could say is she's in the pretty downside part, the pretty side of Arizona, and
yeah,
I'm in the
the ugly
what
part.
you would well, not really, because the Wallapies are here, which is weird, but I am in what you would picture like when people picture Arizona, they picture where I'm at.
Yeah.
They do not picture where you're at, and most people don't realize that Arizona does have some like forests and really gorgeous areas, mountainous and trees and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah.
that's not where I'm
Yeah.
at.
That's
So
where I'm at.
I'm in the very flat,
Ugly.
deserty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we are not. Um, but yeah, so it's going. Let me tell you, living in a camper is it's an experience, man. Let me tell you, I've got two warranties already filing for my brand new 2026 fucking camper because my table is warped. Like it came warped. And we just have been so busy with shit that I'm just now getting around to filing a claim for it. My pigtail propane lines already need to be replaced. Um, so we don't have propane currently, which means we don't have hot water currently. Um, which is fine. Like we have a bathhouse we can go shower at and stuff, but like I do like the ability to shower in my own shower. But other than that, it's we had some hiccups the first go of setting it up, trying to get it leveled and all this other bullshit. So it's been an experience, but it's been fun.
Yeah, you should ask
It's been
my
fun.
dad's like totally into RV, and I mean, he's really good at all that stuff. And
Yeah,
I know nothing about it.
my uncle and stuff is pretty good at it. He actually came up and bought me a jack so that I could lift the fucking axles up and get it leveled. So like that was a great help, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, it's been a struggle bus, I'm not gonna lie.
It's, I mean, I've been to all 50 states. It's not as common in other states, but here, when you move to Arizona, I know a lot of people that RV. I mean, they'll set their RV on like land they buy. They just buy land. They'll buy an acre,
Yeah,
set an RV on it, and they'll start building a house. And they'll live
yeah,
in that RV for 5 years while they're building the house. He'll go out
yeah,
there and he'll pour the slab, and then next payday he'll go out and buy some 2x4s and put a few 2x4s up, and then next payday, like I've seen people spend 2, 3, 5 years building their dream house, and right next to their dream house
the
they have
camper.
their RV, and that's what they live in. And then you got the real poor people that that's what they live in. Like that's they got
Yeah,
a RV from 1978, and
Yeah. Yeah. It's seen some things. Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad though. Like we picked a good spot. There's plenty of stuff for the kids to go do, you know.
Yeah.
I've made some friends already, you know, so that's great. Like there's a family that lives across from us, you know, like kind of catty corner, and they've been
Yeah.
living in an RV since 2018 because the husband does a lot of traveling for work. And so
See, and
they've
that
been
makes
doing it
sense.
since 2018 and they love it. They're all about it. They're like, we'll probably never buy a home again until we're like old and ready to retire. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah. My dad has a friend that does that. Him and his wife just live in the fifth wheel. I mean, they got a
Yeah.
nice 1-ton diesel. They got a fifth wheel, and he travels all over America for like insurance claims. And we're not talking insurance claims like you crash your car. We're talking like Ford has 7,000 accidents. So he has to go inspect all the accidents to see if Ford's going to pay out
Yeah.
you
To
know,
see if Ford's at fault or if it was like,
yeah. But
yeah,
he did instead of flying, he just fucking
drives.
yeah, his main place is here. He's got land with a mailbox, but he just backs his RV up, hooks up. He's got all of his hookups.
Yeah.
But anytime he has like, because they send him all over, Chevy, Ford, big companies, Apple, anything. He
Yeah. Yeah.
actually he was one of the ones that did when the Galaxy Notes were catching on fire. Do you
Oh,
remember
yeah. Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was one of the guys that like went to places to like, okay, how
Inspect
bad
them.
is the burn? How
Yeah.
much are
Yeah.
you going to sue us for? You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he just lives
Yeah.
it now. Now he's got an RV that's holy fucking shit, you know.
I mean, ours is big.
Eh,
It's,
Yeah.
and the only thing I kind of wish that we had done differently is now is I wish we kind of had gone with like a fifth wheel. Um,
They
but
tow
like,
so much
oh my
better.
God, they do, right? But like, you look at a fifth wheel, and because it's a fifth wheel, you're talking 15 to 20 grand more
More.
expensive than a bumper pull. Okay, so we
Yep.
did a bumper pull only because we got it for 44. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a brand new 2026, but we got it for 44. And then we were able to negotiate pretty good on like warranties and some other stuff.
Yeah.
So uh, through the company that we bought it through. So I mean, we turned out pretty good, but it's 43 feet. It's
That's a
10,500 and some change fucking pounds
yeah,
dry.
my dad's is only like 5,000 pounds. His is
Yeah,
only
so
like a 26
so
footer.
ours is a bumper pull, and it's 43 fucking foot long, and it's over
That's a
10,000 pounds for a
that's a
bumper pull.
yeah, that's a big ass RV.
Yeah, so
So
like it's definitely one of the ones that like it's more livable, right? Like this isn't something that like, oh, we're gonna go camping for 2 weeks or a weekend. We're gonna tow this bitch out to the middle of fucking
yeah,
nowhere and go camping. Like, no, that is
yeah,
not this. This is
yeah,
definitely designed to live in,
yeah.
right?
My truck couldn't pull it. I think my
Yeah. So
max is 9,800 pounds.
yeah, so I'm looking at getting a 3/4 ton at minimum 3/4 ton truck because it'll pull it, right? And we don't plan on pulling it all over the place, right? Um, like I said, like our goal is to do this for at least a year and hopefully come out on the upside as far as money. Hopefully come out on the upside. Because what we paid for 4 months here, 5 months here, would have only afforded us 2 months worth of rent in a house. And that's what we paid for 5 months here.
Okay.
So yes, it's cheaper. I'm not gonna like get stuff for the camper to be able to fucking live in it. So like, yeah, we worked out a decent amount of money. Now that we've kind of got things like settled, we should
Yeah.
be, we should be on the up of saving money towards the end of
Yeah.
this. So our goal is to do this for a year and then reevaluate, look at savings and see if we can do a rental or see if maybe we can buy.
Yeah. So my situation is I get my son during the summer. Um, so my son is very autistic. He's non-functioning autistic. And I take off work for 3 months and the wife works full time, so I'm a stay-at-home dad. And I don't work at all. I just said he's diabetic, he's autistic, um, he needs to be bathed, he needs to be, bathrooms, feedings, all that stuff. So he's completely if you left him alone in the house, he would just die. Because he has no concept of danger, he has no concept of anything. He'll drink bleach. Like so he needs full-time medical care. And I get him. So my wife's working. It makes it kind of hard to come in here and do, because right now the wife is watching him, and it makes it hard to come in here and do podcasts while I have him. With her moving, me having my son, that would be the reason for we have not been up with our same team different jerseys as much as we would like. Although
Yeah,
I will like to, oh my God, did I piss off a lot of people because I did a TikTok on being a stay-at-home dad,
like you do
and
every summer.
like I do, and I was like, I don't know what everybody bitches about. This is literally the easiest job in the fucking world.
Yeah.
This is not difficult. Anybody that maybe being a stay-at-home mom is difficult, but being a stay-at-home dad, I don't see the problem. Maybe it's time management that we're better at, or military people are better at, or whatnot. I don't know. But anything you can do in your pajamas, I think is a pretty easy job.
I don't know, man. I'm a stay-at-home wife, mom right now because, as you know, my job has not officially started yet. Right?
Yes.
Like I have my job offer.
Yes, she does have a job offer. She does have a
Yeah.
job. She's not a
I am
freeloader.
technically employed. Okay. I have a job. I just haven't officially started yet. Um. So and speaking of, like, this is the longest. Like I was talking about it the other day. This is the longest that I have gone without a job. Like where I'm
How long's
actively working. It's been a month.
Oh.
It's been
Oh
a month and a
God.
couple of days, and this is the longest I have gone without actively working since I have been out of the military.
How are you doing?
And oh my God, dude, I'm like stir crazy. Like I feel like there's not enough stuff for me to do in the day. I've read like 9 or 10 books in the past month. Okay, so like that's great, right? Like I'm reading a whole lot. Granted, I'm not reading anything that's like beneficial for me, right? It's all like I'm reading Fight Club right now because I love the movies. I'm reading Fight Club and I'm already like 80%
Yeah.
of the way through it. I reread a bunch of my like smut books and I found a new set of smut books, so I read all those. Like I'm 10
Yeah.
books fucking deep right now, and I'm just like I should
Yeah.
probably be reading something that's more
But it's
beneficial.
not like you're reading Aristotle or
Yeah,
Socrates or something to like broaden your mind.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
oh, she's getting nailed so good.
yeah, yeah. So shit like that, like or Fight Club right now. Fight Club's
Right.
pretty good. But yeah,
Yeah.
so and then I do like a bunch of just bullshit around the camper. Like I make sure like the kids help me clean it, because the floors get dirty, like fucking that, the dogs. Um, we just actually last night I took out all the blinds that we had because we have a big sliding door, and it came with these shitty like those plastic hanging blinds.
Yeah.
Oh, and they put them in there to where they when they close, they close on the side where you open the door. And I was like, this
Yeah.
whoever the fuck put this shit in was retarded. So we took them all out, flipped that shit around, put it back in, put them all back in, and I was like, I hate these things because they made the blinds too wide. So when you go to turn them, they freaking scrape against all the wood framing around the slider. And I'm like, I hate all of this. So I was like, honey, we're taking them out and we're getting curtains. And so we got all this stuff last night for that. So last night I went in there and I took out all the fucking blinds, threw all that shit away, put the curtain rod up, put the curtains up, and I was like, bitchin',
So I did
bitchin'.
that with all the blinds, all the Venetian blinds. So Eric, my son, he likes grabbing the cord. He hates anything closed. He does not like living in a cave. I like all the shit closed because it keeps the sun out, keeps my house cool. But
Yeah,
he'll just grab the blinds and just yank as hard as he can. Well, you can only do that with blinds so many times before they
before they bust.
bust. So we've in the last 2 rentals we had to replace all the blinds in both of the houses because he would destroy them and I had to buy new ones. So this house, the first thing I did was all the blinds came out and I just hung curtains. So, but when you hang curtains with my son, since he likes yanking on them, they come with those screws that are like this fucking long. That they're
Yeah.
just shitty screws. I buy like 2-inch screws and make
Yeah.
sure I go in the studs. You can
Yeah.
hang from my curtains. I mean, they're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
regular
Because they're
curtain rods,
yeah, because
but
they're
they're
in the
like
stud. They're
they're in
like
this
they're secure. You know,
everything.
you
Yeah,
can do clamps on my curtain bars.
yep. Everything in my house is that way. All the doors, the hinges. So if you take the screws out of the hinges of most doors, interior doors, they put
Yeah,
them
they're
in with
like
those little, yeah, they're shitty little
maybe this
screws.
long. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. I've replaced them all with an 1.5 or 2-inch screws. So every one of the doors have these that go right into the studs. So
They say
yeah,
you should do that. I've read some stuff online that says like any of the screws that have to deal with your door, like especially your frame, before you go
yes,
put trim on, you should take your trim off and look at your door frame. And if it's got the small screws in it that are just holding the frame together, they say you should go in there and replace it with like 2-inch torque screws, like the fucking nasty
yes,
ones, because then it's
yep.
more secure. So then somebody can't just like kick your door open.
I will guarantee you, most people do not know if you watch any new builds. I've done this with a couple of my friends that have bought new houses. Their front door, their main door, the one with the deadbolt and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking solid door. If you take out the screws, all of them are being held in with those little tiny screws.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah,
Yep. Take them all out. Go to Home Depot, get some 2-inch screws because those go right into the stud.
yeah,
That's how you could easily bust down one of the doors. Just even if you replace the middle, like there's always three. Even if you
yeah,
replace the middle one of all three of your hinges with a 2-inch, mine's all been replaced with all of them are 2 inches, so it's fucking in
yeah,
there. So, but most of them are it's called builder grade, and they just put the little screws in it, and that's it. They're not. It's barely because you got the trim, then you got the stud. The screw, the little screws only go into the stud probably about. I mean that much. They're not in the stud. They're
yeah,
actually in the trim.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I read a lot of stuff about that, how like even if you're not gonna take your trim off of your door and redo your framings where your framing is set where it's in the freaking studs,
Yeah,
right? Because your door frame should already be what, a 2x4 at least,
a 2x4,
right?
two by
Or
six.
yeah, or 2x6, one of the two. So they just put a lot of the times I've seen them where like ours because we had our front door replaced on our house. Ours just had nails. Wasn't even screws. It was just little 1.5-inch nails, and I was like, "That's nice."
Yeah, nope. I go around and replace all of them. Just like most interior doors are hollow doors, and I don't like that. So when my son leaves, I'm going to replace all the doors and I'm going to make them solid wood doors. First of all, they feel better. Second of
Yeah,
all, if anybody comes into the house and you're in a room, hollow doors, you could bust through. First of all, they're not stopping a bullet. There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
way. But if you got a solid, 1.5-inch thick pine door,
Well, yeah,
yeah, it's gonna stop something. I mean, a 9 mil will go through it or something, but it's gonna slow it down an awful lot. It's
yeah,
not gonna have full velocity. I mean, if
yeah.
he has a 50 cal on him, like you fuck no
Either
matter
way, you're
what.
fucked. No matter
Yeah,
what, you're
either
fucked.
way, yeah, you need to be behind a tank, you know.
Yeah,
But I want to replace all my doors with solid wood doors.
yeah,
So I'll do that once he leaves because money's kind of tight. Right. Well, I'm in a really good situation. I could be out of work for 3 months and lose $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and we still can pay all our bills.
yeah,
That's a better situation than 99% of people in America right now. So, which
yeah. We're still doing good. Like now that the house sold at the end of the month, right at the end of June. So now that the
okay,
house sold and we got our money back on that, which we actually got back more than what we thought we were going to get back. Like we were estimating we would get back like 4, maybe 5 grand. And we got back a lot more than that. Um, So we were able to take some of that money and pay off some debts, and then the rest of it went to savings. So, but now that the house is paid off, or the house is sold, and we don't have that hanging over us, like my disability money now, like doesn't disappear,
Right.
because our lot fees are paid up until November. And then, we just have, the camper insurance, car payments, car insurance, which moving to Arizona, we saved over $1,000 on car insurance.
It's hard to believe Texas is so much.
Yes.
It's just, you don't think of Texas being a place that's outrageous.
Oh yeah, their car insurance is like some of the most expensive in the nation.
I've wanted to call because you told me what yours was, and I was just flabbergasted. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that." And
Yeah,
I was gonna call State Farm and be like, "Hey, just out of curiosity, my situation, my exact situation, put me in Texas. What would my insurance be?" Because they should be able to just switch it to Texas to see, like, give me an estimate.
yeah,
I'd like to know because I mean, I have extremely good. I have State Farm, full coverage on all 3 vehicles.
yeah,
Um, 2 adult drivers. 2 of my vehicles are Corvettes. One's a brand new truck, and I pay $160 a month.
yeah.
So I don't know what that is for anybody else. Like I know some people are paying like $200-300 for one car, but they got like tickets and shit like that. I'm like, sorry, I have no tickets. I'm not.
Yeah, yeah, it's outrageous. So like just for my wife and I, right, our 2 cars. Now we have no accidents, we have no tickets, we have nothing. Okay.
And you're old, both of you old.
I mean, we're older, yeah. We're not youngsters anymore. Um, but yeah, for a 6-month premium, we were paying over 2 grand for 6 months
In Texas.
in Texas.
That's just out fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Now
And
our
you have
6 month
kids.
premium, yeah, now our 6-month premium here in Arizona, like I said, we saved over $1,000 on our 6-month premium. Like it's cheap. It's so much cheaper now that like I could pay 6 months upfront and not even bat an eye at it.
Yeah, I think mine's something like $160. I think mine's $1,800 a year or some shit like that.
Yeah. So, and then like you throw in our camper insurance on that. I went through USAA, which they third party it through Progressive. And I did a little bit of research, like I shopped around or whatever, and they offered us the cheapest. So it's like $980 for a year's worth of insurance on the camper.
Yeah, that ain't.
That ain't shit.
No, it's not. No, it's not. There's
But I think what helps, I think what helps is that our camper is staying stationary. If we were traveling with it, it would probably be a little bit more, but we're
yeah,
stationary. So
yeah. So you haven't been keeping up on anything. That have you? Did you hear about the 16 kids in Ohio? I think it was
I
Ohio.
heard about it. Yeah, it was Ohio. I heard about it. I didn't really read into, I'll be honest, dude. Like, I'm like
You're so far behind on everything.
not super active on my TikToks, my social medias. Like, I'm not.
Yeah. Well, my Twitter,
No,
I can't go on Twitter anymore. I'm banned for life.
very good.
Like I
As you
can
should
never
be.
have Twitter again. Um, or X now. But yeah, it was 16 kids were living all together in a room 12 by 12, and they weren't allowed to leave it, not for the bathroom, not for anything. So they were just living in their feces and bacteria and ages 18 months to 18 years, everything in between.
Oh my
12
God.
A 12 by 12 room for years.
I think
They
my I think my camper room is bigger than that.
Yeah, the house is 1,300. The house that they were living in is 1,300 square feet, and it was the wife, the husband, grandma, and grandpa, and they stuck
Are these
all
like
the kids in one
foster
room.
kids or
Don't,
like?
there's not enough information. I don't know all the information yet, but 7 of the kids were um brought to the hospital. 2 of them were air evac, and they're in critical condition. Like, let me turn my phone down.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What
it
are y'all
was,
doing in there? Like,
and so they
I
got
bet you like
arraigned.
over half of them are gonna have like Hep C for sure.
Well, something like 4 or 5 of the kids, they don't even know how to speak because, yeah,
They're not doing anything
uh,
with them.
yeah. And all 4 of the adults pleaded not guilty. Yeah,
Wait, you were just ignorantly bliss. You had no idea that behind one of your doors in your house there was fucking 16 kids.
16 fucking kids.
I know they
I'll be
weren't fucking quiet.
no. I'm kind of
I
I'm
know
kind of
your hollow door isn't that good.
yeah. You
I
know
know you're gonna tell me it didn't stink in there. You're gonna tell me you didn't smell those fumes coming out the door from underneath the door. Okay. Okay.
yeah. Well, if you saw the adults, if you saw the picture of the adults, I wonder if I could pull their mugshot up. You'd be like, okay, yeah, yeah.
They
So
were probably gross and grungy and disgusting. Were they white?
hold on, I got it. I got a picture of them.
Fuck yeah.
Dude. Let me share this shit.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm already gonna guess that they're white.
Oh, they're white.
Yep, I thought so.
Is that it? Or is it that one? It's that one. Share. There you go.
I brother, grandpa's got a lazy eye, man.
I was about to say he's not even looking at that one's looking at the camera, but
Yeah.
that one's not. He looks white, but he looks like he has something else in him. I can't tell.
I don't
That
know.
girl,
Homegirl looked like she fucking cracked out of her mind though. Like,
yeah, the grandparents look like they're
oh,
half dead.
well,
Yeah.
they all are fucked up.
Yep. So that's
That's disgusting.
yep.
No,
It just they pleaded not guilty.
yeah, I don't understand how. Like, I mean, like maybe they're hoping that like they'll go to trial and they'll get some sort of plea deal and they'll end up with less years than what they would have gotten anyways. Like I can see that's the only reason you would plead not guilty is that you're hoping that it'll go to trial, right?
All they
Well,
have to do have
not say
oh my
not say hoping that it goes to trial. It goes to trial and you're hoping that you'll get a plea deal.
I don't see, because there's no way if there was any adults, if there's parents on that the jury, oh my god, they're gonna
Fuck.
get
Fuck.
they're so fucked. I'd
Yeah.
send them to prison, and I wouldn't let them out of that room. Not even for I'd take the toilet out and leave them in that little 6x6 cell.
Well, that's inhumane.
Fucking, I have no pity for half of these people. So
Can you confirm the rumor that I heard online?
I'm not gay.
No, that wasn't the rumor.
Oh, okay.
Was there a rumor going around online that you're gay? Is that a thing?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay, okay. You never know. Um,
No,
I heard
Pride Month is
online.
over.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started. I heard online. Now again, I don't know how true it is, that Nebraska is bringing back the firing squad.
Yes, hold on. Let me pull that. Yes, I saw something on that. So once I pull it up, I think it's for pedophiles.
I don't give a fuck who it's for. It could be for everybody. I don't give a shit.
Oh no, it was. Yeah, the article I read was false too.
Was it really? Damn it. Do you think we should bring back firing squads?
Oh my god, I would so rather pay. Not that it really matters, because our appeal system right now, is so fucked. Like you sit on death row for way too long, in my opinion. Like nobody
Yeah.
should be on death row for 20 years. Sorry,
Yes.
You should have a 5-year minimum limit. 5 years of appeals. If they fail in 5 years,
You're hanging.
sorry.
I think we should honestly, because the lethal injection, right, is so
Yeah.
like one, the drugs are so scarce to get, right? And I guess they've had a couple of issues where like people haven't died right away.
Yeah, it takes like
I
something else.
I honestly feel like because it's 2026, okay, and technology has come so far, why can't we just have like a robot that beheads them? Or like why can't we figure out hanging and do it in a manner that is exact, right? Because the way hanging is supposed to work is that
Breaks the
the
neck.
weight of the person plus the length of the rope, you do some math equation, right? So that
Yeah.
when the rope hits full length, it snaps your neck and you're supposed to die
Yep.
instantly. There should be no fucking dangling there fucking pissing and shooting yourself, right? So why is
Yeah.
it that we cannot figure this math out and just do fucking hangings again?
Well,
Like,
hangings, no matter, even if the math is right, you can't account for everything. I'm sorry. The one I've watched a lot of documentaries and I've kind of read up on a few of these. The most humane one, would be the one that shocks you the most because it is so quick.
I mean, the electric
Eh,
chair.
nope, guillotine.
Oh yeah, the guillotine. Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying. Like, why can't we just
Mister
have an AI? Like, why
Yeah,
can't we just have a fucking robot that pulls the switch?
yeah,
Like, you're
the
gonna tell
person
me
that
that you're gonna tell me that somebody can't program a fucking thing that just and the fucking guillotine goes.
yeah, it's the man that invented it. I mean, it's there's been a couple people that have had their hands in it, so there's not like one person that they say invented it. Um, but he actually studied it. And if I had to pull it up here because I couldn't remember if he was French or Spanish, but he was French. In the 1600s, he wanted to, and Peter Copper, Charles Knox, there's a couple people that had their hands in it.
Yeah,
But it was he made it because the person that swung the axe, the old executioner with the black hood, um,
yeah,
wasn't 100%. Like he was like, sometimes you got a cramp halfway through, or he didn't swing right, or he missed and he got the top of your head or whatnot. So he was trying to invent a way that was humane, quick, and the pushback that he got was it wasn't because back then the executioner, it was a spectacle. Like it was in the town square, everybody came to watch, and they
yeah,
said the
yeah,
guillotine was way too like humane. It was quick. There was no suffering. They could do like a dozen people in like a day because nobody's up there getting tired. Nobody's losing their mind because that was a
yeah.
problem with some of the executioners that
It
when
would like go insane.
yeah, because it was very much a family business. Like in England, they have a list of the most famous executioners, and it was like great 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 grandfather, great great grandfather, great grandfather, father, son. Like it was all family business and was passed down, and
Yeah,
you were revered for how good you were and how fast, and you could pay a little bit extra to the executioner to give it a little bit more, give a little bit more oomph in his swing and make it quicker, and you know,
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I've read some stuff about the firing squad as well, and there's like guys who will go and they've told their stories about being on a firing squad, and like they can't confirm that they were the ones that actually killed the person, right? Because there's like multiple people. Some of
yeah,
them have
that
bullets,
was the purpose of the firing squad. Yeah,
whatever, whatever, right? But they all feel like they're guilty, right? They're like, oh, I don't
yeah.
know if it was me, but I feel guilty. And it's like, if you volunteered because you thought you could handle it. Like, what are we doing, my guy? Like,
And what is
unless
so
I know
hard?
for sure my bullet killed you, and depending on what your crime is, like if you're a pedophile, I'm probably not gonna feel guilty. Like, I'm probably not
Oh,
gonna care.
I'll pull that trigger. I'll use a 22 and kind of hit a couple things first before I hit you in the head with it. But you know, I don't
Yeah,
see why this is so. First of all, a bullet to the head is instant. That
yeah,
is I mean, and I mean, yeah, you can have some debate on what type of bullet. Fucking use a rifle bullet. Use a 223. A rifle bullet hit in the head. It's going so quick and so fast. It's done. Have a machine shoot it. It doesn't have to look like a gun. All you do need is a barrel and a firing pin. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And if you set it up as a machine and at midnight it just goes off, no person pulling the trigger, like it's just somebody on a computer saying, okay, at midnight you will shoot.
Yeah.
Just come in, sit the guy down. He's right in front of the barrel. And if there's no phone call at midnight, it goes off, and then like you clean it up. Like, I'm sorry, I do not like how long it takes to actually execute somebody. I understand that you're like, well, we want to get this right. I'm sorry. 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years is like,
yeah, there should be no reason you're on death row in 20 years. And I get it. You don't want to execute an innocent person. Nothing we do is going to be perfect. You're going to execute an innocent person. It's going to happen. Like, you just try to mitigate as much mistakes as possible. But
yeah.
everybody's looking for this 100% correct answer. There is no answer in the world that's 100%. It's just, you're always going to have a flaw, a mistake. Something's going to happen. Something's going to fall through the system.
Yeah, well, you know, like they preach, everybody preaches, well, I don't want to kill an innocent person, or like innocent people shouldn't go to jail. Okay, what about all the fucking guilty people that are running the fucking streets? There's no,
Yep.
we don't have any concern or any like second thought about all these fucking guilty people that are running the streets still doing what they're doing. Like the guy that killed the guy who killed that Ukrainian woman on the fucking train.
Yeah.
He had like what, 14 fucking prior charges, and he just kept getting out of jail.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have been dead a long time ago. But, I mean, everybody, it's like when the people yell at the ICE agents, the cops, everybody, when one of them makes a mistake and they say, oh my God, this is terrible. I'm like, there were over 300, I think they did like quick math, and it was 350 million stops a year in America.
Yeah.
350 million stops. And
that's a lot.
You have an accident, I think it was like 6 or 8 times.
That's pretty good.
I mean, how much better do you, and the people that are yelling, they're like, well, it should never happen. I'm like, well, you got fucking humans.
Tell me you go to your job and you never make a fuck up.
Yeah. I'm sorry that their fuck ups are a lot more publicized and they're a lot bigger. But I mean, when you're dealing with it, both me and you have been in a high stress job that if we make a mistake, somebody could die. Like if we fuck up, there's consequences. Most people in the world don't have to go to work every day.
Or my favorite part of my job was I had to hope that the other people didn't fuck up, because if they fucked up, it could kill me.
Yeah.
I had to trust that these 28 people on the line weren't going to make a single fucking mistake.
Yeah. 20, well, 10 of them have never been there before. They had their 5 minutes in basic training.
Yeah.
And now you get them for the first time, and this is their second time holding a gun in their life. And now you got to make sure that they don't flag anybody. They don't look down the barrel. They don't walk down to check their target with a gun. Like, didn't I fucking tell you to leave it there? Don't go past the red line. Don't go past
my favorite is like when they set their rifles down and they get told, like, don't touch their rifle, right? Don't mess with your rifle. We're going down range, okay? And instructors always kind of like, we always usually let the students go first if they're going to go look at targets with us, because then we can make sure that nobody's fucking stuff up. And, guaranteed at least one student will try to stop at their gun and do something when people are down line. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I just do simple instruct. You learned it in basic. Basic is nothing for anybody that's about to go to basic. Basic is nothing but just paying attention to simple. If the TI says do this, don't come up with something else.
Just do that. Just do exactly that.
Do exactly that. Don't do more.
If he tells you to spit in your hat and put it on your head, just spit in your hat and put it on your fucking head.
Yeah.
Don't do anything extra. Don't do anything less.
everything in basic training is basic instructions. The only difference between it is they make sure you're stressed before they tell you. And that's what trips people. Most people do not know how to do, they don't know how to make a bed under stress. Something as simple as making a bed. And hence the reason why you're stressed when you're making a bed and he's yelling at you, because he just want to make sure you can do even the most basic tasks under stress.
Tie your boots while he's sitting there fucking cussing at you and yelling at you about how fucking stupid you are, how fucking slow you are, you couldn't fucking tie your boots.
Yeah, there's nothing that you do in basic training that you have not either A, done, it's marching, it's making a bed, it's folding your shirt, it's all really simple stuff.
Yeah.
We look back at it now and go, it's, oh my God, it was so stupid simple. It's just you have to do everything under stress.
Oh, no, man, BMT was a cakewalk for me.
It wasn't for me.
It was for me. But I also went after the big sex scandal at Blakelyn.
Yeah.
So all the MCIs were like on their fucking P's and Q's, like, you know, whatever. But we didn't have stress cards. We didn't have stress cards. You couldn't raise your hand to get out of shit. We didn't have that bullshit yet. Okay.
Is that actually
yes, that's a fucking thing. I don't know if it's a thing anymore, but like relatively after that, yes, it became a fucking thing. They actually, so when I went through, because that huge sex scandal had happened and a bunch of MCIs got fucking fired and got put, they were gonna get court-martialed. RTIs, in order for them to touch you, they had to ask permission, right? So like if you had a fucking string hanging off your uniform that you missed, the MCI would be like, permission to touch you. And you always said yes. Okay, you never said no. So you always said yes. And they would like grab the fucking string and be like, what are we doing? You know, whatever. Or like if you didn't tuck your cap all the way in your pocket, right? And you were inside, he'd be like, permission to touch you. And we'd be like, yes. And then he would like shove like forcefully where you were like, ugh, forcefully shove your fucking cap all the way into your pocket. And then my MTI was scary as fuck because he didn't yell a whole lot. Okay, he didn't yell very.
Mine didn't either.
He would if we were like in a group doing stuff to get us like to get us kind of stressed out. He would. But the most scariest thing is when he would come really fucking close to your face and he would knife hand you and then he'd whisper it in your fucking ear. Like it would send shivers down your fucking spine. I hate it.
My MTIs never asked permission to do anything.
Yeah, ours had to because of the sex scandal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh no, there hasn't been let's see, we had the war in Hamas. I mean not Hamas, but the war in Iran. Yeah. Iran. Yeah. But
gas is so expensive.
It's getting better.
Oil went down.
The price of oil is insane right now. Gas should be literally $2.50 a gallon.
Yeah, because the price of oil I heard went down like a fucking ass ton.
Let's see, barrel of oil. Right now it's at $71, which is ungodly low. That's dirt cheap.
Why the fuck are we paying so much right now?
Yeah. WTI crude is $68.50, under $70. So it literally, the price of gas should be like $2.50. There's no reason it should be over $3 right now.
That's outrageous.
Yeah. So
it's like fucking us for our money.
And I'm not one for the conspiracy theory that the big companies are trying to screw the little guy, but you know what? You oil companies aren't making it fucking easy for me to not come up with it, because the minute Trump said we're going into the Strait of Hormuz, the minute it went from $2.90 to fucking $5, like in a week, it was like outrageous. When we pulled out, they were like, well, we bought it when it was expensive, so we have to like still charge you the same. I'm like, motherfucker, you raised the price when you had the cheap oil in your reserve. Like you raised it instantly. And now that like, oh, it just, It goes up so fast. And then they're like, well, something else might happen. We have to keep it up just in case. I'm like, I don't think we'll ever see it under $3.
I don't know. I hope we do. I don't know.
It, nope.
Whatever.
It'll get down, I think, to about 340. 340 is where you'll see it, and people will be like, oh, I've been alive long enough to know how this goes. Every time the price of gas for some reason spikes, it comes down, but it never comes down to what it used to be. It's always just a little bit. The price of oil has gone down to what it was, but the price of gas, because they look at it like, well, it's not $5 anymore. You should be happy that it's $3.50. Motherfucker, though, like a year ago, it was $2.90. So no, they're never, because we were used to the high prices. So we're gonna be happy with $3.50. It happens every like.
Nah, fam. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rent a very big temperature controlled storage room, and when it fucking drops really, really low, I'm just gonna fucking pour gas in my storage unit. And then when gas starts skyrocketing, I'll just have gas.
Problem with gas is it doesn't last, even with the stable oil in it. Gas only lasts for 2 years.
Well, I'm definitely not gonna need it for fucking 2 years.
No. It only is good for 2 years. So if you have gas that's a year old, it's starting to go bad. So if you hold it in storage for a year, so one of the
I
things
don't
that
hold it in storage for a year. It's just like when it drops, I'll be like, hey, I got a shit ton of gas. So then when the prices start hiking up, I can be like, well, I've got a little bit of gas.
well, yes, but you're still going to have gas in store. You're not going to go through it all.
Depends on how long the prices stay up.
Exactly. So what happens if the prices stay low? Because the prices were low for a couple years.
I'll just start selling it off for a little bit cheaper than what they're.
I think that's illegal. I don't think you could sell gas because that was
It's only illegal if you get caught.
true. It's only illegal if you get caught. No,
Only illegal if you get caught. I don't think anybody's gonna care that I take a 5-gallon gas can and I'm like, hey man, I'll sell this to you 20 cents cheaper a gallon than what you pay at the gas station. How many 5-gallon tanks you want? Oh, you want a gallon of gas.
It's a scam. You're telling me that we haven't found an alternate fuel source. You can't tell me that we can't get better gas mileage with gas. Like it's all bullshit. I'm sorry. Somebody is my
I
favorite
don't know,
story.
but with that though, right? Okay, we all know that mining for lithium and lithium is not biodegradable. Like those batteries that fucking die in the electric cars and stuff, like that shit goes and sits in a landfill. It'll be there when the fucking dinosaurs come back around and we're all fucking dead.
Yeah. Hold on.
So
There's
mining for lithium is not any better, and lithium fucking batteries are not any better.
no.
I mean, I'm
No.
sure eventually we're gonna run out of fucking oil. Eventually. You know, so maybe instead of making lab produced fucking meat, we should be learning how to make lab produced fucking oil that's cleaner.
Yeah, how we don't have synthetic. So my favorite story is I had to look it up because I wanted to get the details right. Um, a guy named Thomas Ugal, he had a car that he proved that in the 70s. So we're talking a 1970s car with a carburetor. And he said, no, it's stupid simple to get a car that gets 100 miles to the gallon. So he did a 1970 Ford Galaxy. He did what he did to the carburetor, and he drove it 100 miles on 1 gallon of gas. And Exxon, or who was it? Or 2 gallons of gas. I think it was Exxon or somebody said they wanted to buy the technology. And he said, yeah, he'd sell the technology. And then the next day, and he had the car parked in his garage. So he sold the car, the technology. The next day, the guy was dead, and the person that, the company that bought the car said there was no such thing as a car and it just disappeared.
Of course.
Because his theory, his main theory was everybody kind of knows how a internal combustion engine works. Fuel goes in, air goes in, it ignites, piston goes down, you get momentum. Well, he was like, why are we injecting the gas? Gas doesn't burn. The fumes burn. So he had it in like the float or something in the carburetor that the fumes would get pushed in to the air mixture and it would ignite. So he's not burning the gas. The gas is evaporating and he's taking the fumes and the fumes are igniting, which makes complete
that sounds like when they tried to say that you could like drive a car off of cow parts. You remember that?
Yep. Yeah. Everything on the internet says it's a conspiracy theory, but like there's a ton of stories. There's people out there that say they knew the guy, that they saw the Galaxy 500. Like he actually did this, but there's no proof. He died. He was found on the side of the road.
Yeah, of course he was.
And then the story just became an urban legend and nobody believes it now. It's like, oh, he didn't do that. You can't actually do that.
Well, somebody's going to redo it. I feel like with technology nowadays, like there's no reason why we can't do something. Like, why are we making meat in a lab and we're not figuring out how to combine shit to make a new fuel system that's not lithium fucking batteries? Because lithium batteries, like, that's what blows my mind about the people that are like so hell bent on going green. They're like, oh, we should all be green. We should all have electrical cars and blah, 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 blah. Cool, bro. I'm all about it. What happens when those lithium batteries take a fucking shit? Because they're not biodegradable. They're not fucking reusable. So
and they don't last forever. You can rebuild an internal combustion engine. You can hone the cylinders out. You can make a car that had 200,000 miles, doesn't run. You can fix that. You can't fix a lithium battery.
Yeah, once the lithium battery is fried, it's done. It's done. It has a shelf life. It can only survive so many fucking years, right? Yep. And then not only that, they're a bitch to fucking replace because they're expensive as
well, you got to take the whole frame of the car off.
Okay, so they're expensive as fuck. They're heavy as shit, right? And they're not repurposable. Like they're not biodegradable. What are you going to reuse a lithium battery for? Like I don't see companies collecting the lithium batteries that we use for like controllers and shit and remotes. Like I don't see them being like, hey, we found a way to reuse the lithium batteries, so mail them back when you're done, and we'll pay for shipping or whatever. Like they go into a fucking landfill and then they fucking sit there. And like I said, they're gonna be sitting there until the fucking dinosaurs roam the earth again and humankind is no more.
And I don't want anybody to think that I'm like completely against. I love vehicles. I love cars. I like any technology. I think it's all great. And I think there's a place for electric cars. I really do. I think they're a great piece of technology. They're cool as shit. But them trying to push it on everybody, like it works. They work great in a city. They work great on the East and West Coast where you have a charging station every 5 fucking minutes. But anywhere in between the flyover states, they just don't work. I would own an electric car, but I physically cannot have, well, not physically, but my life does not allow me to have it. If I have to go get my son, so when I pick up my son, this year he flew in, but normally we meet in Wichita. So my ex-wife lives in Michigan. I live in Arizona. We meet halfway. Halfway is Wichita. I drive over the weekend from my house to Wichita, pick up my son, and bring him back. So it's like a 3-day trip, a quick 3-day trip, like 2.5 days. And that's with I stop, get pump gas, boom, I'm gone again. I'm doing this in speed. If I had an electric car, I can't charge to 100% in 5 minutes. So I have to. And I can't charge to 80% in 30. I have to have 100% charge, and that takes a couple hours. Okay, so that just screws my whole weekend. Not to mention, if anybody has tried to drive through the top part of New Mexico, Texas, some of these rural areas, there is no charging stations.
You might find a charging station in Albuquerque. Okay. and you might find a charging station in Amarillo, right? Because those are bigger cities. Okay, so you
But
might
I
find a
don't.
charging station in Albuquerque,
I miss Amarillo, so I cut up. So right after Albuquerque, I go about 80 more miles, and then
and
I
then I
cut up.
fucking put up
So I I don't know what it's called, but that little piece of Texas that sticks
Panhandle.
up, the little panhandle, yeah, that I cut like the corner of it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I barely touch
So
Texas. But there ain't no fucking charging station between Albuquerque and liberal Kansas.
yeah, yeah. That's the huge issue, right? And like, yeah, sure, like they could put more charging stations in and everything like that, right? But like,
Yeah.
not a lot of people have those vehicles. Like, don't get me wrong, I've seen a bunch of cyber trucks since we moved back to Arizona. There's a bunch of them. I can tell you right now, those people aren't charging at a fucking charging station because I haven't seen one. From here, from fucking where we're at to Flagstaff, you might
Uh-huh.
get one or two in Sedona because it is like it's a liberal city or whatever, right? So you might get a couple in
Yeah.
there. Okay, but like, I haven't seen them in Flagstaff. I'm sure Flagstaff has one. Phoenix, I'm sure has them, right? But like everything in my surrounding area, we don't fucking have charging stations. I know 100% those fucking people are without a doubt charging at fucking home.
Yep. Yep.
You're charging at home. And that makes sense because if you're down to 30% fucking battery life, you charge it overnight for 8 hours. Yeah, you're probably going to wake up and it's going to be 100%.
Yep.
But what,
If
like,
you're on a
you,
220, 110, you're not in 8 hours, you're not charging the Cybertruck in 8 hours with a 110.
yeah.
You need a
So,
220 at the minimum.
yeah. So, I mean, like, why can't we use like solar? Like, is there a way to like solar do it? Like,
You can't produce enough power for
well,
solar. Um, I like the oil thing, the vegetable oil, the used vegetable oil. That's a nice one. Um,
yeah,
the corn oil, but I mean, there's a ton of. Like I said, I don't mind electric. My favorite is hybrids. Give me a
yeah. I think
gas and an
hybrids are good.
electric. I think that's the best of both worlds. I think that one works really well for most people. But
Yeah,
we've already found out that an electric truck, yeah, they can pull a shit ton of weight, but they can only do it for 80 miles. The battery runs
yeah,
out.
yeah,
And nobody wants to travel 80 miles in a truck. Like, I don't know about you, but I use the shit out of my truck.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's see here. If I could only get like, my camper, my great example of a camper, right? It's fucking 10,500 some odd fucking pounds, almost 10,600 pounds on a Cybertruck. Like, yeah, I might be able to tow it. That's great.
Oh, it
But
would
what am I
tow it
gonna do?
easy.
I'm gonna tow it over the fucking hill, and then by the time I get over the hill, because I live in a valley, it's fucking uphill both ways. When I get to the fucking top of the hill, I'm gonna be like, well, there's no charging station up here, so we're fucked.
Yeah. That's if you don't use any air conditioner, you don't use the radio, you don't that's just fucking starting the car and going. Because everything
Yeah,
else takes up electricity. But okay.
yeah.
Anything else there, girl?
We need to do better.
Yeah. All right. We'll try to do better with the podcast. Now that she's gotten a little bit more settled in, she's got her date. We'll be able to figure things out a little bit better. And we know that the laptop and earbuds here work.
Yeah, they're my daughters. I couldn't get my Apple ones to connect. So,
Well, do you have your mic in storage? You can hook
oh,
your headset. You should be able to hook your headset up to the
I
laptop.
could, yeah, because my headset's a plug-in. Uh, yeah, it has the right plug-in. So like I could plug my headset in, but my plug-in is in the back of my PC still, and then my headset is in a box.
So you're just a hot mess until
Yeah, and honestly, I'm probably looking at selling my PC.
you're just going to get
So,
a laptop.
yeah, and I think for a gaming system, I'm honestly gonna get a PS5. So like, Amber and I can get a TV put in our room. We can put a TV in the kids' room. Um, and honestly, I think I'm just gonna do a PS5, and I'm gonna hook it up to the TV in the living room area, and I'm gonna find a way to like kind of have it stored standing up off to the side somewhere or
Yeah.
something, and then the cords going up and stuff. Um, that way it'll connect to Wi-Fi and shit. But yeah, honestly, I think my PC, I think I'm just gonna sell it because one, I don't have the room for it. Two, I'm rocking a 3060 Ti. Like that shit's so outdated. I'm still
Yeah.
on what is that? I'm still on DSM-4 RAM. Like all my shit needs to be updated, and there's no point in me holding on to it because in a year,
Well, you're not going to be able to do anything for at least a year or two with
yeah.
it.
So
You're not gonna have a computer room like I have.
yeah, yeah, for at least a year, potentially longer. So
And then you can build a new computer and it'll be all the modern shit.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
for right
All
now,
right.
I think I'm just gonna part it out.
All right. Okay, girl. It was wonderful talking to you again. We'll upload all this. We got like 3 videos my wife has to edit and she's got to get in here and do all the things. So,
Yeah, so I'm gonna get on.
she's off tomorrow, so she'll probably be doing that tomorrow. So, all right.
Yeah.
Talk to everybody tomorrow.
Bye, guys. Follow,
Take it
like,
easy.
share. Okay.
Yup.
Try to follow up on everything. Tell your cat I said.
Tell your spider I said, bye.